Welcome to Comic Books Panaloids, Comic Books and More. I should probably say the name of the show, Panaloids, Comic Books and More. I will be your host tonight in Pierre's absence. I am Jeremiah, and we are joined by Kyle. We are joined by Dimitri, and we are joined by our Discord daddy, best moderator on this side of the Mississippi, although he's on the other side of the Mississippi. John is here. John is here. Welcome, John. Thank you for coming back in Pierre's deciding to take a unnecessary vacation.
Oh no,
Um
we talked about the things he did wrong last week,
okay.
and we decided a fair punishment. He accepted it. It was very much like a mutual, like I was wrong.
All right. All right.
And we
I'm
said,
glad I
"Let's
wasn't
take a
on
break."
this meeting.
I remember.
We are here to bring you the latest news in comics and more, because that's what we do. And we'll start with the new comics that came out today and have a nice little discussion about them, starting off with DCKO, written by Scott Snyder with art by Javier Fernandez.
Who's
Guys, what do
the
you think of
colorist,
this?
Dimitri? Dimitri, who's the colorist?
Someone.
Not Scott Snyder.
Dimitri's decided the colorists don't matter, and he's erased all of them from all of our notes.
No, I decided to do 70% of the job you gave me
Oh,
in hopes that you were like, oh, he's doing such a bad job that I'm going to take it over.
that's it does
So,
work.
it's
Ask Pierre, it
weaponized.
does work.
Incompetence at its finest.
All right, so DCKO number 2. Everyone raise their hand if they read it. Dimitri, you did?
I read all the time.
Oh.
I don't know why you're surprised.
All right, so I will go first. I liked
I love
it
how you
a
did
lot.
that just to throw me under the bus. That's all I'm saying.
What? That wasn't on purpose.
We didn't know that.
We we didn't ask what everyone read right before we started. So it's cool. It's really cool. It is Scott Snyder, so I'm biased.
You can't go first if you're going to be that sad about it.
But it's okay. So it's a little predictable. I'll say that. That's the one mildly negative thing I'll say. It's a little tiny bit predictable with who's going to keep going, right? Like so far the favorites are succeeding. No, wrong. Hot take.
So we've gone around the room before and we've asked, who do we think's going to win the whole thing? And I think a lot of you said Lobo.
Well, that was because of Cosmic Collector, because he literally sat here for an hour and convinced me that he was right and we were wrong.
Do we have different opinions now that we're after issue 2?
No, not really.
Post dose.
No, not really. I do think Lobo's still making it far. I do think Superman's winning. I think Lex is making it very far. There'll be a definite Lex rematch. Yeah. I mean, generally, I liked the concept. It's not just a battle royale, right? It is a challenges, right? This issue literally felt like a immunity challenge from Survivor. First 16 to find the artifacts make it to the next round, and they went and found the artifacts. So it was, more creative than just this one versus
don't
this
find
one.
Artifacts, but okay.
What is it?
16 don't find artifacts.
Survivor. Oh, okay. But yeah, no, I liked it a lot. It's definitely a good second installment, and I think as we keep moving, we're gonna get a more serious side of things.
So, wacky prediction. All right. You guys think Lobo. I have a different idea. I think it's going to be Aquaman. there's almost no reason Aquaman made it to past the second round.
I didn't even notice he made it.
Right.
Where was he? What was he doing?
And in this issue, he shouts out that he has a new power. He can telekinesis with water, and that goes into his whole story. So what I'm thinking is, if we're going not post-os. If we're going back to New 52, it wasn't as good, or let's say DC isn't as good unless its lower tier heroes are at their best. And I think we're going to see Aquaman ascend in a way that he did in New 52. So maybe he doesn't win. I think he will win, but I think he will make it far.
Okay.
With Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Hot take.
Did we like Superman versus Lex? Like, did we like that fight?
That fight was amazing. Holy crap.
It was pretty cool.
Spoiler, do we like that Superman lost a few fingers or maybe a whole hand there?
Yes. Yeah.
But-
yeah. I thought. Whew.
But do we have any knowledge of what power? Right, because he had, again, spoiler, but Superman got the mystery artifact by thinking like Darkseid, right? What is there like a known thing that was? Like, is there backstory behind that? Because it was
I
just
have
like
no idea.
the
Yeah,
power
so
of
as
Darkseid was within me, and it's like, what?
Unless
the
it's the
mystery
boom
artifact.
tube.
Yeah,
Unless
no,
it's a
it
boom
wasn't.
Tube, then no.
No,
So
it wasn't like anything I've heard of.
Himself with Kryptonite.
hopefully Scott
Yeah.
explains it in the next issue. He should actually just come on and explain it himself.
He
So,
should. He should do that.
They really should.
Hopefully soon.
Just gotta hit reply. Just gotta hit reply.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Before-
thought it was all him sacrificing himself or whatever. I thought that was what it was, but I thought it was the shard. I didn't think it was explained as somebody who didn't read a lot of DC growing up. So I just thought it was badass. That's what I really liked about it. The fact that you talked about Survivor, and I didn't realize that's probably why I like that issue so much. Was
Because
that
you're
was
both
100%
Survivor
of
nuts.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm the biggest Survivor nut. But yeah, I think that's why I like that that issue so much. But sadly, I think Harley's probably going to win the whole thing. I really,
Ooh,
Interesting.
okay.
dude, I know they love nut her there. You know what I mean? And then the way they ended that issue, they kind of highlighted her. I really feel like that's what they're going to do with her. I'm calling it now.
And
Watch.
she got the Speed Force, right? Which was embodied in the ring that normally holds his costume.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any. I mean, am I wrong? She doesn't have real powers, right? The fact that she's gonna go far, it just makes sense to me. It's like
No, just being psychotic, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got crazy.
crazy wins.
so moving on. Justice League Unlimited 13. What did you guys think about that?
I think I'm the only one that read that. I made sure to read it because I was afraid it was a tie-in, and it kind of wasn't. It could have probably waited, but last time I spoke about Justice League Unlimited issue 12, they introduced Mr. Terrific's like out of time team. The out of time team that technically didn't exist, and no matter if they win or lose, they were going to cease to exist. So we got to see this team in action now. And spoiler, a few of them didn't make it. And like it opens with one of them explaining like we're the Suicide Squad. Like we are literally the Suicide Squad to the fullest definition, more than it's ever been before. Like not that they're calling themselves that, but it was so Alan Scott was explaining that. And then like boom, 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 like we lost 3, like pretty dramatically. And then Batman Beyond, who is Tim Drake, was very upset because he was like freaking out, like just witnessing people dying, like I guess knowing that he technically isn't real. And it's like Tim Drake when he's young too. Like it's for Future's End, Tim Drake isn't like current Tim Drake either. Like it was a rather. So you have like him having a mental breakdown over witnessing 2 members die, and then another one goes in a vicious way. Oh, and they're in hell while this is all happening, and they kind of like leave people behind. Like Mr. Terrific is there and kind of makes the point of like, yeah, like your purpose is expendable. Like we're leaving them behind. Like we're not going to sacrifice the mission for them. So it's a weird thing. It's a little bit of a weird thing. And then they do mention on what's happening, how most of the planet's evacuated. The villains made a deal with the devil. I forget the villain's name specifically, but they're all like buffed up with power because like they made a deal to like stay on Earth, even though the Earth's being destroyed by, you know, Darkseid. So it's Justice League Unlimited is probably the most hectic comic I've read in a while. There are so many different things going on, and it touches on so many different things, and it's always action. Like you very rarely have more than one issue that has even a few panels of just standing around and talking. Like it's normally like a few pages of that, and then you have like 3 issues of like action. So it's been fun, and it's loosely tying to DCKO. It's relevant, but it's got its own plot going on, even if the plot is caused by it. But they're not like going into what's happening.
It's running parallel, not perpendicular.
Yeah, like it's connected very much so, but you don't really need to read it.
Moving on, we are in the most anticipated week of the month. Every month, we've got Absolute Batman number 14 by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. And same week, we get Absolute Wonder Woman 14 by Kelly Thompson and Matthias Bergera. Close enough, maybe. Hopefully,
I'll take it. Yeah.
So the top 2 Absolute titles. What did you guys think of these top 2 Absolute titles? We're gearing up for Joker. We're Jock's taking over next issue.
So I didn't get to Absolute Wonder Woman.
Me neither.
Say again.
Neither of us got to Absolute Wonder Woman, but
That's funny.
I got to Absolute Wonder Woman, and I absolutely did not know what was going on because I didn't read the other 13 issues.
What are you
that was
doing?
crazy.
I know.
I did my homework, yeah. So I was like, "Hey, you're doing a good job, Wonder Woman." So she was fighting something, and I was like, "Hey, you're doing a good job."
Oh my god!
It looked
All right.
lovely. So,
Sounds good. Sounds like a good issue.
yeah, it sounds great. You know, it looked good. I didn't know what was happening. I read the first issue, and I really liked the first issue. So
now you just have 12 more issues to read.
yeah,
2
I'm
to
gonna go
13.
back tomorrow. I'm gonna read all 12 issues for sure that I missed. So
For those of us who, for those not on our Discord, John reads more than anyone that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he will read anything regardless of quality. He is a
That's
quantity over quality man, which is
That's
nothing
true.
wrong with that.
even things
But-
that I don't believe in, I'll read it.
Throwing it out there. Now, Absolute Wonder Woman, good, probably great. Kelly Thompson's been killing it. Let's talk Absolute Batman 14. Nick Dragotta's last issue before his hiatus. Thoughts?
What a
Holy
great finale.
That's crazy.
Like, so this is full spoilers. Like, let's not worry. Like, you were warned. Absolute Batman number 14 spoilers from this point on. So I'll start with panel 1, right? The way it opens.
We're going breakdown panel by panel.
Yes.
It
The next
felt
4 hours, please.
it felt like Snyder trying to do a little bit of something there, because the way the panels were laid out, you kind of were like, wait, do I go this way or do I go down and this way, or do I read these 4 and then go up to this one? It's on purpose. Like, it was purposely confusing, so you felt confused because Bruce was clearly confused and in his head. How great. And it was just one panel. It's not like a whole, like, let's flip the book upside down and you're reading it upside down for the rest of the issue. Just one panel to distort you, and then went right into, like, classic comic of just, like, a full fight. It was like a Dragon Ball Z episode. Like, the whole issue was the fight between him and Bane. I mean, what? He dropped the building on him. He's got drones live streaming it. He's got just people in the stand just lighting him up with bullets.
I was confused by that. I didn't know what those drones were. So live streaming, that makes sense. I was like, the drones did nothing, but okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
I mean, that was my assumption. I think they're just trying to like capture like Batman can do anything, like just to build the myth. I think that was how I took it. And so why they were doing the flashbacks to the boxing match, I felt like it's like same concept. Like let's make this a public affair to show the little guy can take down the big guy the same way it wasn't. So that was very well done. So someone in the chat, I'm muting. Let me know when you're done talking. Okay, we will give a thumbs up or something. But yeah,
I'm gonna spoil it with my fingers. So
I think it's gonna be hard to follow this up though. Like,
you don't
Snyder
think the
said-
I think he can do
storyline
it.
is going to like take it in a different direction that will be more enjoyable or just as enjoyable? Do you, if this was the end of Absolute Batman, are you happy?
I would, if I knew it was going to be the end from issue 1, I might have accepted it because it was a good ending. And I feel like the first arc, right? I mean, this is technically the second arc, right? But it's been building to this the whole time. But like, it makes sense. Like, this is the definitive arc. Like, when we look back on Absolute Batman, that's going to be the arc. Like, everything that came before, like, what was the first, what was it called? Animals?
Party Animals.
Party Animals, right? It's like, that was technically the first story. When we look back, we're going to look back at Abomination. Like, that's going to be the point of it.
You don't think Joker's Wild can take it?
I don't know. I don't see how he's going to follow that up.
No, I think he can follow up. So my take on that was, I don't think he can come back to the same villains. You know what I mean? Because like in current Batman, he fights the same villains over and over and over again with a different story. I don't think he can fight Bane again because like that was amazing. I think with Absolute, he's going to fight each villain one time and then they're going to end it. I just don't think that he can do repeats with these villains because they're going all the way with these people. And
I mean, being it's a fresh start, you don't have to either. Like, even if Absolute goes for 300 issues, you don't have to revisit.
Go back.
And when you do, it'll be to a point where, because major spoiler, but they set it up that even though Bane's remains were dumped with the Batmobile into the water, there's something still, whether it's a few eyeballs or what, there's something still thinking there. So he could come back. I don't think it would be anything like we've seen.
Just a dabble.
Maybe it could be a throwaway.
Like it's what are they gonna do? Hit him with 2 Batmobiles in the next arc? You know what I mean? So I just
yeah,
dude. I'll going to say, like, before we get into the next issues, like today when I read 6 issues today. All 6 of them were bangers. Like today was amazing. Today was my favorite comic book day of all time.
Today was a very big day. DC kind of
like what
took it away a little bit.
Like we didn't touch on. Ooh. Okay, continue. Sorry, man.
We're stopping with Absolute.
Dimitri, you have any spoilers before we?
The axe work was pretty cool. I don't know if they can top the axe work.
The surgical disabling.
Which is funny because was it KO? Yeah, it was this issue of KO where he's like, Bruce, what would you be if you weren't doing what you were doing? And they said doctor.
Oh yeah,
it was interesting. Nice little.
That's a really nice parallel.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's his dad, and but still.
No, but that's really funny. He literally saying in another life I'd be a doctor, and in the other issue that came out the same day in the alternate reality, another life, he's taking away power to Bane's limbs via the spine with an axe.
Interesting, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Good call.
Pretty good. All right. Stopping an Absolute. Come on back. We're stopping Absolute talk. We're going to talk just briefly about 2 books that came out this week because we did long, in-depth talks about them. Infernal Hulk #1, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, who just signed exclusive to Marvel. That in a second, with artists by Nick Klein. We had a great talk with Philip Kennedy Johnson about this book as it was coming out. It is clearly Pierre's favorite fucking book out on the shelves right now.
Yep.
So congratulations to PKJ for signing exclusive to Marvel. Sorry, Superman fans. You're going to have to come on over.
Batman and Robin is the more upsetting for me at the moment. Because
at the moment, but
he's literally coming out issue 30 and that's it. And then he's just done with DC. So that's going to wrap and Book of L is going to wrap. And then he's Marvel exclusive.
Yeah.
And they've been so good. Like so good.
He's been a definitive Superman writer though for a while now, so it's gonna be a nice little.
It'll be a big comeback.
Well, not nice little absence. Yeah, it's gonna be a big comeback. And the other book that released today, that we had a long conversation with, Galactica #1 came out by Kurt Pyers and Almacar Pinna. Long conversation with Kurt about this book. Very Mobius-esque if you like Mobius a lot. European-esque comics. It's a great book to pick up. And remember, it's distillery, so it's oversized. It's going to feel much more grand in your hands than just anywhere else. So be sure to pick that up. 3 more books to talk about. We've got Daredevil and Punisher, The Devil's Trigger #1. What did you guys think about this book?
So John, this is all you, and the next one's all you, and the next one's Jeremiah.
Well, hold on before we get on that real quick, because I know you guys interviewed him for Infernal. I have to say that was my favorite book of the day. Like, what the hell was
really?
that? Yeah, like
that beat Absolute Batman in your mind?
It did, just because the only reason, and I think it's because of the shock value of like I was going into, like I read Immortal up until like 14 or 13. I don't remember what it was, right? So I was expecting the Hulk to be bouncing and doing all his like hero stuff. What the hell nightmare fuel did I read? Holy shit. I was terrified. That is dark. And then where is this thing going? I can't wait. Like Absolute Batman, I was expecting that, right? I was already expecting awesomeness. This blew my mind on how awesome that was. And Nightmare Fuel, I'm sad my family's not here this week. I'm gonna be sleeping alone in this house to that nightmare thing. I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? It was terrifying. So anyway,
if you would like to keep John company at night, just especially tonight.
The bullet's going into the arm.
Oh my god,
Nick Klein, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Everything about that thing was, and him clapping and heads blowing. Oh my god. Oh jeez, it was awesome. Thank you. That was an amazing read today. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be like the Hulk coming, hey, get out of my way, I'm the Hulk. Nope, it was nice. Good stuff.
Today was a big new comic book day, though. I mean,
it was a fun new comic book day.
You have Infernal Hulk, so you have the Marvel, you have Galactic. There's other books, but like those are like the 2 standouts for.
Yeah, we're going to talk about another independent book in a second. Yeah.
And I picked up my Image comics that I picked up today too. There was like a Santa one that I had to not pick up from Image today as well. Spawn comics. Gosh, okay, great day. Anyway, Punisher, Daredevil. That was awesome too. I really like that. Just because the Punisher and Daredevil are always at odds on exactly what's going. Did you read it, Jeremiah? Am I the only one who read it?
I did not. You're the only one who read it. I've been way too busy for other reasons, which I'll explain later. But, yeah.
So I won't really spoil it, but long story short, it's that whole concept of Daredevil and Punisher always arguing about who's right and who's wrong with the justice system, right? Daredevil's always putting people in the jail. Punisher's always trying to kill him. This sets up a whole situation where the Punisher forces him to see the bad things that happen where you allow the justice system to work. Basically, when judges let people off, criminals get through the system and they get let go. There's some great fight scenes in it. There's some that's the thing about comics today. Everything that happened today, everything was brutal. Like, I'm glad comics are being super brutal again today. Like, there's none of this PG stuff, man. Like, even in this Daredevil comic, I'm seeing heads explode. Like, what is happening?
It's also a Punisher comic, so you can't just say Daredevil comic, heads exploding. Punisher's also there. It's to be expected.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you've seen the Punisher in some Spider-Man stuff where it's like the Punisher misses his shots a lot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was great. So that was a good read too. Not as good as all the other ones, but I'm interested because I think this is a 4-part series. So I'm definitely
It will be a
reading this
4-part
one.
series. Yep.
Because
and then
sometimes
Batman. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say sometimes with these 4-part series, there's a lot of a lot of talk and a lot of like just moral grandstanding. This was moral grandstanding with a purpose, and I really liked it because at this point you don't know who's right, Daredevil or the Punisher. Like even if you're on one side of your views versus his, you could see both sides in this, and I thought that was brilliant. You know what I mean? It's not one side saying they're right. You could see both sides on this.
Well,
and I
one
love
of them
that.
could see both sides.
Oh, it's
good.
not
Another one.
cool.
There
Wow.
you go.
That's not cool.
Wow. Okay. All right. Wow.
So
Okay.
a fun little book. I believe this is the resurgence of Vertigo. I could be wrong, but Batman, Green Arrow, and Question Arcadia #1.
I think it's a black
Is this
label.
released? So
It's
this
Black
is
Label.
one of the last Black Label books before Vertigo. So this is supposed to be a Vertigo book. To be fair, it's a Question book, so definitely supposed to be a Vertigo.
I don't know. I think they're keeping
Um,
both going. I think Vertigo is going to be solely not superhero related. I think they're. I don't think it's like a
that.
rename.
I believe I could be wrong. Dennis
I don't know.
Conway wrote this. Did Dennis Conway write this? What did you think of it, John? You read it.
So I don't know who the Question is, right? That's a question. The only comics that I've ever read with a Question, right? Because I'm not a huge DC guy and I just started.
He wears a fedora. How do you not know?
Pause. Gabriel Hardman wrote this, but go on. You don't know who the Question is?
Well, okay, yeah, exactly, right. So
Isn't
this
he a
is
ripoff of the Spirit?
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
so he's like a manlier version of the Spirit, right? Because you know how like the Spirit's like,
slap
nah,
the shit out of both of you.
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Really
okay.
tall and skinny.
Yeah. You know, like the question's like, no, but this is gonna be a wild statement. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, this is the crazy that you're gonna say this, but I haven't read a lot of DC comics. I've only read about 1,500, right? Which sounds crazy, right?
Only. And you
Right.
didn't read any Question before this moment?
I've read 2, and the Question was a female. So that's my mind.
So that was Renee
blown.
Montoya's Question, not Victor Shade.
Right. So my question was like, who's this dude? Right. And
The
so,
original.
yeah, I got that. So I don't know. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I started reading this, and I haven't read a lot of Green Arrow stuff. But I'm a huge Batman fan. I feel like all 1,500 of my comics that I've read from DC is all Batman stuff, right? This was
So
perfect.
that's like a week
man.
of books.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Last week's comics, exactly. But yeah, the fact that they split this story 3 ways and they're all it hasn't converged, but it will. This was awesome. It was 3 perspectives, all for the same story coming together. I thought it was brilliant because it felt like a really well done detective story. So this was like a good, like 4.5 out of 5. I loved every aspect of it. I don't know who the Question is, but like I'm interested. You know what I mean? He's a reporter.
He's a detective, just like Batman is. He's just better at it and is way cooler.
Better. Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Okay. For me,
I'll take his lunch
the only
money.
the only thing I got to read this week, EXO #3, by Steve Orlando, Guillermo Farajo, and Leonardo Fatuli. I definitely butchered that last one. This is the last issue of the first story arc of X-Men Manowar, issue #3.
Mhm.
All the Valiant Beyond stuff has been really, really good. The Valiant Shadow Man Beyond has been absolutely phenomenal. Steve Orlando doing a really fun take on EXO. We're getting into the new story arc that will be God Hunt coming out soon. I mean, Bloodshot's nowhere to be found, but there's reasons for that. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where they keep going with this. I like the new armor. I kind of like the new take on the character. So fingers crossed that it just keeps going good. I know that all 4 of the series, Shadow Man, All New Harbinger, EXO, and eventually Bloodshot, will have 12 issues total. 4 3-issue story arcs is the plan. And then we're going to be getting some nice hardcovers out of it. So if you want to wait to see how it turns out, feel free. But you should pick it up now and tell your comic book stores to order them so that they get good sales. We're moving now On to the nerdy news. First off, DCKO number 4 brings in the Absolute Trinity, all three powered up, controlled by Darkseid. While Night Fight is such a hard thing to say. Night Fight number 4 shows Damian perfected Gotham and forces Batman to choose to break it or re-enter the tournament. So that's kind of a spoiler. That is just given to us with the nerdy news. Night Fight ends with issue 4. DCKO is a 6-parter, right?
Sounds right.
So we know the Absolute Trinity is coming. Do you think it's too soon to integrate the Absolute Trinity into the normal DC canon?
Yes. But it's going to just be mind controlled, just brute, mindless zombie attacking. It's a little bit of like a gimmicky move, but it's too soon, but it's not going to be relevant.
It's going to be interesting if the book turns out to be like, first appearance of the Absolute in DC canon, and makes the price jump for speculation market. I'm curious if this is going to affect that.
Maybe.
We shall see. John, Dimitri, what do you guys think?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't even know what that is. I was just mad that
Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman are showing up in DCKO controlled by Darkseid.
Oh, what did you call them? The Absolute what?
Trinity.
Oh, the Absolute Trinity. Okay, don't clip that. Don't clip that.
It's just going to be him saying Trinity and nothing else.
Yeah, it's Trinity. Okay. I was trying to see how many. I was confused. I was trying to look up how many issues there's going to be. It looks like for some reason they're only showing 4 of them on the website. So that's weird.
If this is how they end DCKO, that's going to be weird.
Yeah.
There's going to
bring them in to put a punch at the end of it.
An aftermath issue. And
of course.
Be some other one shot, and
Batman just cuts everybody's spine out.
It should be ending around the start of DC Next Level.
Right.
True. Yep, where we're getting a bunch of new number 1s, a bunch of new creative teams and stuff. So that we got hinted at New York Comic Con. And if you want to hear us talk about that, go look at a previous episode. Moving on, Absolute Wonder Woman gets a 2026 annual focused on the fallout with her Medusa transformation. Hopefully Kelly is at the helm of this and Hayden is at the brush of this, but not put in the notes, so don't know if it is. Hopefully it is.
I am not normally a fan of annuals. It's like
I love annuals.
Just make it the next month's story. That's just.
I love annuals.
Like, I get confused easily. Like, I don't get to read on time all the time. So it's like, when did the annual come out?
Most annuals
issue
are
17
anyways. So
they're fun usually. Yeah. Like
generally,
they're standalone, they're fun, they're bigger, they're badder.
I don't want it.
They're more expensive. It's great.
Yeah.
Yes. The Absolute Batman one was great.
You're not convincing me, Kyle.
But that's like the exception for me. Like, it gave us a great story and actually gave the origin of the Batmobile. This is giving us the background of the first real big arc that we didn't get a full fallout of. Makes sense. But it's coming out when? Because we just hit issue 14. So wouldn't issue 12 be the year mark? So shouldn't it have come out?
I mean, technically.
Right. So that's why I don't like annuals, because if I was playing catch up and the annual already came out, I would have said, I better go read it after issue 12.
So you got to remember, though, that Absolute Wonder Woman is on Hell time. And a year in Hell is not 12 months.
Okay. Right.
So. Jeff Lemire confirms Absolute Flash will debut Iris West. Introduce multiple Flash villains, including Absolute Turtle. More on the Free Comic Book Day Mirror Master story in its second year, and feature a crossover with another Absolute hero. And who do we think that will be?
We have to get Aquaman soon, like very soon. hinted at through Absolute Wonder Woman.
Mhm.
Lightly hinted
Calling
at.
it absolute terrific.
Ooh, I like that.
We don't
I
have
like that
any.
idea.
We don't have any. I don't know how
POC?
to say this.
Absolutes of
Sensitivity.
color.
There
Yeah,
you go.
absolutes of color.
This is
All right.
that-
AOCs.
I mean, after
we
the
don't
annual.
have any AOCs. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
We,
After we had that racist annual, I think it's time. Clip that, since everybody thought I was a racist. See, I'm an ally.
I'm gonna clip it and make it sound like you're saying the book itself, Batman was being racist.
Yeah. The
makes
problem
me
with
feel
that
bad
was
for being a
Batman-
white person.
he was beating up all
No.
those great people.
What about absolute vibe?
Absolute vibe would be cool. Keeping it in the Flash vein.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no, that makes way more sense actually.
Or absolute cyborg would be cool.
What do you think they could do an absolute villain but make him good? Like they haven't done that route. I thought that'd be fun.
I mean, well,
This
that's
time around.
basically all of Absolute Batman, but
Yeah.
Oh well, I
yes.
guess yeah. Touche.
Yeah. I mean, they're not necessarily
Well,
good. They're all like
they're helpers.
they're not bad. They're just
They're
not
like
like
gray.
heroes.
Very,
yeah,
it's a very gray universe.
they're normal
It's a
people.
real-
Speaking of absolute Catwoman and Absolute Green Arrow hit shops May 2026. And Deathstroke is set to appear in Absolute Batman 19 with a past connection to Alfred. So Deathstroke, villain, shocking, is going to appear in Absolute Batman first and then appear in Absolute Green Arrow. Also, May is so fucking far away. That's half a goddamn year.
Yeah, that's a little
Right.
early for
I
that.
honestly
Why are you
thought
telling me now?
Catwoman
Why?
was coming quicker than that.
I did too. Maybe that shouldn't be there.
Artist shift, maybe?
My next issue is spoiler for anyone who didn't read Absolute Evil. Green Arrow dead. He's dead. Hawkman murdered him.
We're getting origin. We're getting a story up until that point.
Or just someone else taking the mantle.
Connor Hawk showing up as
I don't
absolute.
know.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. Interesting though.
A new history of the DC Universe. The Dakota incident will give a full retelling of major milestone events, including the Big Bang, the rise of Dakota's heroes, and the foundational origin of characters like Static, Icon, and Rocket. This is definitely exciting that Milestone is kind of getting its own little revamp and retcon. We need to get a fucking new Static book, and we need to get an Icon book again. It has been so long since we've had an Icon book. Of course, can't forget Rocket. I'm not trying to be mean. Rocket's not my jam, but Rocket's great.
I'm curious though, like the timing of this. Are we getting that? Like, are we going to see a lot more Milestone when the new DC kind of wave happens?
So, like Demetrius mentioned, that we are getting DC Next Level. And if you look at the lineup for DC Next Level, although we don't have all the details, there aren't any real POC characters.
So maybe that's on purpose then, and it's just not being announced. Yeah.
Maybe we're getting the three. I mean, Rocket having her own series, I don't think has ever happened. I could be wrong. Serenity, where are you to correct me? But I'm pretty sure that Rocket's only ever showed up in Icon and Static.
Well, it's funny.
So,
I was actually talking to Serenity in the Discord maybe a few weeks ago, actually now, about like the history that is untold. Like because
that is forgotten essentially. Yeah,
I was very excited with the new history of the DC Universe, the 4-parter, because a lot of it I didn't know, and then the stuff that I did know, it really packaged it nicely. And we were talking about that, and Serenity was saying like, if you read some of this, it'll kind of give you a recap, but here we're getting one, like a real one. And
I really hope that
Dennis
Conway is attached to this.
Oh, that's not what I was going to say.
Oh, what do you think I was going to say?
So my thought is, we get that, we get this. Maybe they'll get another one, right? Maybe they'll get like a very modern or an absolute one, something, and we're going to get a nice hardcover that is like a complete history. And maybe they'll even chop it up rather than separate Milestone, which, yes, some of it was mentioned in the first 4 parts, but this is like a real deeper dive focus on it. Maybe they'll splice it together a bit so it's more chronological as a nice hardcover.
That would be really, really cool. That would be super freaking cool. I really hope that Dennis Conway is attached to this for sure. Moving on. Marvel announces X-Men United by Eve Ewing and Tygo Palma reopening the mutant school this March. Palma confirmed he is drawing the series and is already deep into the pages. So he got a huge head start on this. So it sounds like a new #1 around the time that the Daredevil #1 launches, as if we were discussing how Marvel is going to be doing a bunch of new #1s in the new year. Weird.
And I'm
Almost
going
like that was
to
predicted.
send an email, as I promised, and see if we can talk about that book when it comes a little closer.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really nice. Get a little bit of sneaky peekies.
So it sounds
John,
like
Dimitri, what do you guys think about?
Don't read anything X-Men
Just
until
wait.
what, March.
Yeah, avoid mutants. I mean, you can have a mutant-free diet. I'm doing okay with a mutant-free diet.
Yeah.
But that's just me. It's not for
I
everyone.
haven't read anything. Yeah, I haven't read anything X-Men since the end of Krakoa. The reboot I haven't touched at all.
Yeah, but weren't you reading like fucking Executioner Song a few weeks ago? Like, didn't you post that on the Discord that you were reading old Executioner Song issues?
Yeah, probably.
Paramount puts the last Ronin movie on hold and is developing a new live-action TMNT film by Neil Moritz with lighter Sonic-style direction. That is what we need. We need a TMNT movie in the vein that Sonic was, because Sonic was fucking amazing, and the humor, like Turtles, that it would fit perfectly. Make them kind of look like the internet bullied Sonic to be good. So we can bully again to get good Turtles.
But
I think that's fair.
The last Ronin put on the shelf is just a nice way of saying they're afraid it's not going to make enough money and it's going to cost too much. So let's just go back to the kid stuff that sells toys. That's the negative way I'm interpreting it.
I don't think it will have the emotional impact that story deserves to have live action, because it's been so long since we've had a compelling live action Turtles. Like the Bay Turtles sucked.
Casey Jones was great. Okay.
Yeah. How's
None of
that
them
wine
got
bottle
paid.
doing, by the way?
Aging nicely with their screw caps.
Dimitri, you just say none of them got paid?
None of them, like, it didn't do well for them.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
So
why like, oh, we're gonna kill 3 of the 4 turtles, and we're gonna follow a mopey one around that you won't figure out which one's the mopey one until you realize it was the fun one the whole time. I don't think this is gonna translate well in live action without having some like decent recent Turtles.
This would have been better as a video game.
Oh my god, it should be a video game.
Got rumored and canceled before it was even real.
They should revisit that.
I mean, the Turtles license is so fucking convoluted. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some Turtles, but man, that license is out there. Dork #1, coming out February 4th, 2026, is a fantasy satire about a half-dwarf, half-orc orphaned facing a world-ending philosophy amid a chaotic war. Written and drawn by Brett Bean, colored by Jean-François Ballou. I definitely butchered the shit out of that last name. So we're getting Batman, Superman in orc form. Is what that sounds like?
So it's dwarf and orc.
Dork. Yeah.
I love it. I'm so excited. It looks fun.
Yeah,
it looks really fun.
It sounds interesting. I'm excited for it.
I think there's going to be a lot of this. Like, I think we're going to get... I don't know how it's going to work. sorry, I don't know how it's going to work, but I feel like the DC Trinity is going to have a hiatus going forward. But I don't know how that's going to work because like Batman just got #1 recently. Superman and Wonder Woman could potentially end, but I guess you always need a Batman book, and
You
you
need
could
7.
always sway that away of like it's not canon to everything that's going on. So I don't know.
That's a good question. Who's putting out Dork? What
Image
company?
Comics.
Image Comics, Dork. So it's a #1
This
that's
has
going to
nothing
sell
to
a
do with
lot.
DC.
Nothing at all.
Oh wow! The way
because
it
he
was
was
written,
a-
it looked like it was a DC book.
It didn't really make sense what you're talking about, but we
Oh,
took it
shit.
all in. We
All right,
absorbed it.
yeah.
It's all right.
My bad.
We could have
The way it was
Rumors,
written.
baby.
The way it was written. The rumors
That's how you
did
know
that.
we're at the end of the show.
Rumors, baby. Big rumor now. Huge rumor now. Our TikTok's going to be full of people saying that we're fucking stupid for saying this out loud.
Mhm.
But Alan Richardson in talks to play Eddie Brock Venom in the new Marvel Cinematic Universe, debuting in Avengers
shake your
Secret
head.
Wars finale and sets up the franchise reboot.
I love
He's
him.
got the size, he's got the look, he can do humor,
He's got the cheeks.
got the cheekbones, got the bristling pectorals.
I'll actually get paid this time around.
So he was supposed to come to Texas for a con, and I begged my wife to let me go see him, and he canceled that one, and I was very sad.
Oh, I thought she was going to say,
Yeah.
no, we have Alan Richardson at home. And then that'd be
Yeah,
funny.
that's true.
Sorry.
That is
Would you
true.
like to see him as Eddie Brock? Kyle. John.
Yes, he could be.
Dimitri.
It works, but no.
I just don't have a
Back
better
to
answer.
Kyle.
Yeah, I just don't have a.
John.
If I don't have a better answer, I can't really argue it. I don't dislike it, but I'm not like, yeah, you know.
Dude, he's perfect.
Fair
I
enough,
don't know what
fair
you're
enough.
talking
And like,
Yeah.
obviously, I love Donny Cates, and I love Donny Cates' Venom run, and I like that attitude for Eddie, which is like angry, depressed, but not like a
All right.
doofus, which a lot of times Eddie comes off
Yeah,
as.
he comes up as doofus. So would you rather Alan Richardson play Eddie or Flash?
Not Flash.
You can't really get Flash. This would just be like a what if scenario because they already messed that one.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
he could be a Flash just because of what's that show he's in where he's like ex-military.
Reacher.
He fits. He fits,
Yeah.
and he could be seen as like a bully from the reformed bully who.
Yeah.
I
mean, Bad Castle and Blue Mountain State. Anyways, moving on to our final rumor of the show. The Lanterns trailer supposedly shows Hal and John as established partners and includes a nod to a squirrel Green Lantern, Chip, within the Western-themed setup.
Nice.
Now, John, you have a special connection to Chip, don't you?
I do. How'd you know that?
Because you shared it on our Discord, so you should join
Oh
our
yeah.
Discord.
Okay.
does he love
then you can
squirrels? I don't know.
scroll
I'm
back.
sorry.
No.
You don't
know
remember
what?
John's
Oh.
child was Chip.
Yeah. Well, first off, this is my wife as the Joker. Everybody. Whoa.
Okay.
That's just her. That's her. Just
Okay.
her Sunday look, right?
Yeah, that was I just showed somebody my son dressed as Chip today. So while you distract everybody, I will show everybody him as Chip.
Yes,
He is right here because I was actually. This is me as the Green Lantern as well. So it's Chip. Yay!
If you were in Justice League number 13,
Not good.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
would.
And then look at that. That's pretty good too. Scarecrow is
That's
a pretty good
Yeah.
Yellow Lantern
Oh,
Scarecrow.
that's my wife as the Star Sapphire. So yeah.
Yes. Which John has shared these photos before on our Discord, and he will do it again after the show. Just so
Yeah, I
it's
probably shared it
relevant
like 9
and-
times. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, but it's pretty great. Pretty great. Speaking
I-
of sharing, yeah, Kyle got a pop. Kyle got a big old pop.
$60.
60. I could have got it,
Not
for
including
45.
shipping.
Worth it.
So
got it for
no,
you.
so it came out like a random
Dude.
time at GameStop.
I swear to God, I saw it in a store the other day. Like,
You know what's cool,
already
though?
behind a case.
Ace is not connected. That is a separate
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah, they've
Like,
been
I
doing
get
the
the hype
pets
of-
separately.
Of it's a unique figure. Like, I don't think they've done this mold, and you have a unique
Nope.
Ace, and it's GameStop exclusive. Like, I wasn't too mad about spending.
Limited to
I've never
9,500 pieces, right? It says it right on there.
Yes, 9,500,
9,500 pieces.
which seems like a lot.
Yeah, well, we know where one is, and possibly two. Thank you all so much for joining us. Paneloids, comic books, and more. John, thank you for filling in for our recently terminated Pierre.
He knows what
thank
he
you
did.
guys for joining and reading comic books this week. Be sure to pick up your poll list every week at your local comic book store, unlike Kyle, who waits 1 month before he does it. That is all. Join us on our Discord. In fact, join us next week. More importantly, join us next week where a certain guest is returning, Mr. Ryan Stegman.
We'll
Will be joining us.
We'll see if he
Yay.
confirms. Again.
Hopefully. Yes. Ryan Stegman will be here to talk all things Ryan Stegman. So until next time, Excelsior.